So my predators, their tactic was to instigate, 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 and then cry fucking wolf. Now, how did they get away with it? By calling me mentally ill. Now, there's a lot of terminology that people use. Like, first of all, let's take a look at the whole Mike Boudet situation. He goes out of his way to butcher conversation that was supposed to go to the police, by the way. His hired man, Josh, is the one who took the interview. And they chopped it up into little pieces and wrote whatever the fuck they wanted. How screwed up is that? Now, Mike Boudet could have actually looked at the truth. He could have looked at both sides. He could have looked at the things that Tim Beeson had said and done. He could have looked at the situation, but he didn't. Tim Beeson actually had sex with Natalie. He actually raped her. He actually dated her. He actually fucking stole her goddamn dog. And he was actually threatening to shoot himself in the head while she was in Virginia because she wouldn't go back to him. There's a reason she didn't go back to him. But guess what? Like all fucking addicts, she was a fucking idiot. She did go back to him. But you can tell between the conversations between Tim Beeson and I that the shit that Mike Boudet was trying to pull and the shit that Tim Beeson were saying obviously ain't the fucking truth. Mike Boudet didn't care, and Tim Beeson was too busy trying to hide his own fucking crimes. He'd been fucking her since she was 14, stupid. 14. Yeah, you guys want to pretend like I'm the bad guy. I didn't even know her name till she was a fucking adult. Meanwhile, there's only one conversation with us, or one message between us, before she was 18, and that was it, her fucking request. Her and her sister saw me. They had 2 boys with them. These boys actually looked like grown-ass men, and I hadn't seen them in years. So they wrote down their names and told me to hit them up on Facebook. Sure enough, I did. I sent each of them a message, like I was asked. And then I didn't see either of them again for a really long time. I didn't get any messages from them, and I wasn't trying to send messages to them. To me, it was 2 people that were glad to see me and wanted me to fucking hit them up on Facebook. One message. One. And there's all these nut jobs that want to get on and fucking harass me and try to say, oh, well, there's hundreds of messages from when she was a fucking little girl where you were trying to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? There ain't no such goddamn thing. And that's what a lot of these fucking predators did in order to make me a target. Oh, well, it turns out that we were wrong about Sean. And we might get in trouble for the crimes that we committed because we thought it was okay because we thought it was Sean. And you guys all make excuses why it's somehow magically justified for them to commit those crimes because they made a bad fucking assumption. And then all they got to do is lie. And the only protection that I have from that is that somebody actually gives a shit. Not somebody who's going to fucking bullshit me like Peaches. Not someone who's going to bullshit me like Mandy Hughes. Not someone who's going to bullshit me like Alyssa Rainwater. And don't get me wrong, I get it. Pretty much all of America right now has got problems. However, you guys are cowards. You tell yourself that there's no reason to try. You drown your problems out in the bottom of a goddamn bottle like Rose M. Kelly or Teresa Orne or Shannon Alvarado, or you inject your solution into your arm like Natalie or Alicia or Maddie or Josh. The thing is that I have evidence of all of these situations and I can't get help with just one. I'm begging people to tell the fucking truth. I'm not asking them to go fucking harass people or threaten to kill them. I'm not asking them to send me $1 billion fucking dollars. I'm not asking them for them to fucking buy me a goddamn island. I'm just asking the son of a bitches to tell the goddamn truth. But how can I expect them to tell the fucking truth in court when they can't even tell me the truth when they supposedly love me? How the fuck am I supposed to trust them when they procrastinate and I'm being abused the whole time? If you loved me, you'd want to do something about the abuse, wouldn't you? Instead of making excuses. I'm not fucking nice. I'm not. This is the wrong goddamn situation to be nice in. You see how I am treated when I am nice. I am pissed off about the right shit. When I am nice about trying to turn in my predators, I'm blown off and given every goddamn excuse why they can't do their goddamn job. It is their fucking job. If they're getting funding for doing that fucking job, then yes, it is their goddamn job. It's none of these people's job to investigate. Then whose fucking job is it? I have made 4 goddamn years of phone calls. I'm not sure if you son of a bitches noticed that. They tell me I gotta write it down. I do write it down. They don't fucking investigate. They say I gotta send this shit over the internet to them. But I do that and they say, well, I can't see it. I send it to somebody else. I'm like, can you see it? Yes. Well, then, boom, you're a witness. I did try to go to you for help. I did forward it so you know that it was sent to that fucking sheriff. I'm not allowed to show it or it'll be fucking ignored. That's why I'm sending it to you. I'm not telling you my story because you listening to it will make me fucking feel better. I'm telling you my story because I'm hoping you're not some fucking alcoholic bitch. I'm hoping you're somebody who gives a fuck enough to speak up. You see how the Bollingers and their fucking cronies got to harass me not just on the internet, but in real life. And the police would do nothing. When these people realized how fucking wrong they were, you goddamn right those police did everything in their fucking power to prevent me from fucking filing a report against them. You goddamn right the Bollingers did everything in their fucking power to try to fucking manipulate the situation and pretend like I was the bad guy. You goddamn right all of them worked as fucking hard as they could to prevent that from coming out in court by fucking leaning as heavily as they fucking could on that mentally ill bullshit, like I fucking told you that they would. I told all of you, if you're gonna do something, do it fucking quickly. There's a fucking time limit. How much abuse can I take before I fucking explode? How much abuse should I have to take? All their empty goddamn promises. See, that's the thing, is that I tell you that I am suicidal over this shit, and you fucking abuse me for wanting my life to end, and then you blame me because Natalie wanted her life to end. She attempted suicide repeatedly before she ever met me. But I'm not allowed to defend myself against the slander I'm harmed over. Fuck you! Holy fucking shit. I like to think of people as inherently good, but they're not. You're not a good person if you're a fucking coward. You're not. Because you will allow them to do whatever the fuck they want to anybody they want to fucking do it to. And then you will whine like a fucking mule when it happens to you. Well, what the fuck did you think was going to happen, dumbass? You say you just need to mind your own business. No, this is my business. I am minding my fucking business. That situation in Wyoming didn't have to happen. I needed help. And Amy Spencer, aka Amy Kalina Kingery, and Rand Ingersoll both pretended that they were my friends. You know, when all that shit fucking happened in Cheyenne with her husband being a fucking douchebag, that wasn't my fault. She didn't keep her word. Again, that's not my fault either. I went there hoping I would get help. And by the way, more restricted numbers. Could you guys please call the Dual County Sheriff's Department? I'll give you their number. Holy hell, that's a lot of restricted fucking phone calls. There's easily 200 of them. Holy hell, I am still fucking scrolling. See, this is all that stuff they wanna pretend I'm schizophrenic for saying. All right. Chapel Sheriff's Department number is 1-308-874-3305. And I'd give you Officer Hahn's number. Unfortunately, Officer Hahn is no longer the one with that number. It's the lady officer who took his place. Oh, there's a restricted number again. Could you guys please call that in for me? When you were called mentally ill, people fucking, especially the sheriffs that you're fucking trying to turn in, they don't listen. Why would they when they can fall back on the he's mentally ill thing? Why would they when they can drag me to the fucking hospital and have me injected with drugs for trying to turn in their officers. This stuff that you guys are complaining about that the Department of Health and Human Services is doing with all these children in foster care. That is the Department of Health and Human Services. That's these very same excuse makers. You see how many excuses they're making for not doing their job when it comes to these children? What makes you think for one fucking moment they're gonna do anything for a fucking adult who doesn't have a fucking guardian? I'm not fucking stupid. When I turned in people, or attempted to, for the laws that they were breaking, I knew that they were against the law. Knew that they were against the law. I also knew that the way that I was treated was also against the law. However, with nobody there and them being able to turn off their body cameras or outright refuse to allow them in court, well, the only protection that I have from that is someone who actually gives a shit. Not someone who's pretty words on Facebook. Not somebody who's gonna fucking lie to me for months or even years on end and never keep their fucking word, but somehow you still want me to believe you. You shouldn't have told me you were gonna come forward if you weren't gonna. You shouldn't have told me you were gonna help if you weren't gonna. You shouldn't have told me that you would come forward and tell the truth if you weren't gonna. I told every one of these people, every fucking one of them, in addition to both on my YouTube and my Facebook, stating very loud and clear, and I do this every few months just to make sure it's still up there. The police are free to look at anything that I have. I told people, don't tell me anything that you don't want the police to know. And I meant it. Don't tell me anything you don't want the police to know. But furthermore, don't tell me anything you don't want the public to know, because if the cops aren't going to listen to me because you didn't come forward, I'm going to the fucking public. It is my right to do so. I'm going to the media. It is my right to do so. Not that it makes any difference after all the fucking slander that I got fucking railroaded for. And that's the thing, is that I can still prove that that was slander. I'm not allowed. These people want to pretend that their idea that they had fucking 5 minutes ago is going to fucking fix something. No. When I was talking to Star, we were having a conversation about that day before yesterday. It doesn't matter what the truth is if nobody wants to hear it. And that's why I want my life to end. That's why I'm asking for assisted suicide to be legal. I think the state is just going to victimize us. We should have the right to say, hey, you're stealing from the American taxpayer to do these evil things you're doing. And I don't want to live as a result of the evil things that you're doing. So you should either listen to me or put me out of my goddamn misery. Fuck the police. Dance the Carlton.